Today I have 4 outdoor wireless security cameras that supports 2K, and of course you're going to be able to easily establish a connection using the Wi-Fi and an application on your phone. Of course, this one supports also a Bluetooth connectivity in order for you to easily bind and connect on the go. Those cameras were sent to me for evaluation purposes, but of course I'll be more than glad to share my own opinion, hands-on, and eventually connectivity on those cameras. Supporting the solar charging ability, because on top we have a solar panel, and not to mention you can easily connect another one just in case you need to charge it even faster. You're going to be able to easily install them outdoor or indoor, because eventually it supports also a wire, USB-C type wire, that you can easily bind and connect inside the house as well, or eventually business, just in case you need a couple of cameras inside the business. And of course 2K connectivity that is super easy to establish and eventually enjoy afterwards. This camera was already binded and connected, and as you can see works wirelessly absolutely perfectly. And of course inside you're gonna have a slot for the USB-C type connection, and of course QR code for the connectivity, and an SD card slot for you to easily memorize whatever is happening in that specific area. The power button, and eventually that's the reset button as well. Let me eventually show you what else comes in the set. You're gonna have all the brackets and screws that you need in order to establish a connection, the instruction manual to make the operation of this one super easy, and of course screws, connectors, and everything else in order to bind and connect 4 cameras into one tablet or eventually one phone, depending from where you're gonna check the footage of whatever you are recording or monitoring on the go. And since eventually one camera is already binded and running, I'm gonna show you a connection of another one. So basically, in order to do so, you're gonna power it up by holding the power button right here.
Your camera is powered on.
Alright, now eventually using the application, we're gonna set up. We're gonna look for the plus button. Eventually we're gonna get off this one and add a device. Automatically eventually will appear right here. You're gonna press on it and then eventually connect to the internet. And it's gonna start binding this camera right now. As you heard already with a beep showing that we are establishing a connection right now. And then in a couple of seconds or eventually minutes, you're gonna establish that connection.
Your camera is connected to the Wi-Fi.
Depending on the Bluetooth connectivity. And right now, eventually when you are done, press the button and this one will appear right here. And as you can see, I'm recording this live footage right now already straight from the camera. Same thing you're gonna do with all the other cameras. Eventually 4 cameras, you can easily connect and establish a connection in about 5 minutes. Then eventually, after you binded the cameras at home or in the business, find a location for them and start utilizing them. Eventually set them up inside with the wire or outdoor with an extra solar panel, or eventually the solar panel that is already on the camera, which is very convenient. Of course, you're going to be able to easily use those with an Alexa or eventually on a Google Assistant, which is very convenient. It has a microphone, it has a speaker. Basically, you're going to be able to easily talk both ways with the person in front of the camera. And of course, this one has already human recognition. When somebody will walk in front of the camera, you're going to get a notification on the phone, which eventually is very convenient because you're not going to watch the camera all the time. You're going to be able to easily just get the notifications, and every time somebody is in front of the camera, eventually you're going to get that notification in order for you to check it out. Now, of course, if you're going to do concrete or brick, you'll have to drill. If you're going to do wood or plastic, you'll just use your screw gun in order to screw the camera and the solar panel itself. And of course, I'm going to install those cameras around the house. One is going to be in front of the house right here, show me precisely when a delivery comes or when somebody is in front of the house. Then eventually backyard, driveway, and I'm going to find another spot in order to have an eye over there as well. Now, of course, the fun part. I have 4 cameras around the house. You have to make sure that you are in the Wi-Fi range in order to get a best signal for the camera. And of course, then you're going to be able to easily name the cameras, like this one, backyard or front of the garage. Then eventually, if I'm going to go into another camera, this is camera security 4, I'm gonna go into the first one, showing you precisely what I just showed you outside in front of the house. And of course, depending on the internet connection, you're gonna have the signal kicking in. So I was just there showing you that I'm gonna install it on the pole. Right now, eventually I have the footage. And the beauty of it that you're gonna be able to easily monitor during the day or during the night, whatever is happening in front of the house, and then eventually talk both ways with the person that is in front of the camera by receiving the notification, recording that on SD card, or eventually if you want a cloud, you're going to be able to easily purchase a cloud in order to store that information over there. Then eventually I'm going to go to another camera. I'm going to close this one. Of course, you're going to be able to check all four of them in one footage, but that's going to require additional settings. That's the front of the house, and I'm able to easily see what's in front of the stairs right now. Literally, if the box is there, who delivered it and at what time. And then camera number 3, which eventually will show my driveway. Should kick in a second because it's a little bit on the side from the Wi-Fi. I told you you need to have a nice Wi-Fi connection for that. So basically, if you're going to install this camera somewhere further, then you're going to have to extend your Wi-Fi for the camera to receive that signal. Basically, an outstanding set of cameras that is super easy to set up, super easy to use, and eventually work with an application wherever you are. You don't have to be home in order to see what's happening around the house. You may be traveling somewhere, a whole different corner of the world, and eventually from the comfort of your tablet or phone, you're going to be able to receive notifications and eventually see what's happening in your business or in your household. So if you guys need a set of cameras for Wi-Fi, outdoor, waterproof, dustproof, then you should definitely have to consider those cameras that I just showed you. Definitely a recommendation from me.